Hello and welcome back to another character creation video. My name's Lumen and today we're having a look at Isles of Etherion. This is a third-person open-world voxel action RPG that combines Diablo-like combat and a Final Fantasy-like world. It's also got fully destructible environments and it's all been made by one guy, which is kind of insane. It blows my mind that one person can make an entire game all by themselves. This was, as far as I understand, a highly successful Kickstarter and it's coming to Steam Early Access. By the time you watch this video, it might already be out in Steam Early Access. And the game might have been updated again. So, yeah. With that said, early days. We are beta version 0.38. I spoke to the developer a little bit, and he said to me that it's still incomplete. And I'm the one choosing to jump into the game at the incomplete point. You know, I'm the one choosing to look at what's available right now before it's fully done. And I'm going into it with that in mind. So we are going to be checking the character creation out of this game. We'll have a look at all the different races, both male and female. I will talk briefly about their traits and details, because there are certain things that the races sort of excel at. There are certain things that some races are better at or worse at. And then also there are extras, like fairies, angels, and demons have wings, and they can actually use them. They're functional wings. They can fly. Which is amazing. And then each race has different stats, which I won't cover fully. If you want to do a deep dive, you can do that for yourself, but you can sort of imagine dwarves will have more health. You can sort of imagine that gnomes and elves maybe might have more intellect, and so on and so forth. Finally, before I start the customization, I'm going to say that you should check the timestamps below, jump between what you want to see, and find what you're looking for so you can leave happy. Also, again, I'll put links below, like the Steam page, the official site, and so on and so forth. So, let's jump in. We're going to have a look at human first. We'll start on female because they started us there. And then we'll go to male. And then elf, then dwarf, and so on and so forth. Human. Race details. They have no advantages or disadvantages. Nothing special about them. Except that they are pretty good looking. And their armor looks fantastic. On female, we're going to start with the hairstyles first. It's early days, as I mentioned. There's not a lot here, and a lot of it's kind of broken at the moment, but hey, man, we'll come back when the game launches, and we'll see how far it's come. I want to say also that it's great that they put the hairstyles in first, because it's the most impactful thing. Like, having a good hairstyle in the game, having a good system for hair in the game is great. It's the one thing that people see first. And it's the one thing that, in my opinion, changes the way the character looks the most. So let's go with something like this, orange and... like, we can go yellow and red, rather. There we go. You can sort of see where the highlights are. These ones, you can see the highlights not working properly, but on this one, the highlight is working. You can also see that the eyes look kind of dead at the moment, but once we change the eye color, it will look a little bit more full of color. A little bit more like an actual eye. Not like a black, bottomless void pit. Cool hair. Very long at the back here. The pixie cuts are awesome. I should put one on my fairy. It's kind of nice. And you're also going to be seeing the same styles on, for example, most of the females. I think they might have all the exact same styles, bar one or two that might be different. Right? I don't know. And again, the highlights and stuff, they work pretty well in this. You can sort of go where you want to change it the way you want. I will say that I think that it's not entirely working as intended. In other words, like some of the colors and stuff, it's more difficult to get like a darker color. You can't obviously go for browns and blacks very easily. I would suggest that a hue and saturation slider be added, or just a brightness slider. Brightness slider usually gives you all you need. Just a brightness slider would work. Then you can sort of find the colors you want by adjusting the brightness. That would be great. Anyway, other colors. We can do the eyes. Once you start moving this, you can see that the eye color actually changes. And it's decent. It's impactful enough you can actually see the color changing. I've done a lot of character creation videos where you can barely ever see the eyes changing color. So, yeah, that's cool. Skin colors. These last few are nice. Like specifically this line here, it all looks very natural. Very decent colors. These are more pale and sort of greenish. I would say that it would be good if there could be slightly darker colors. Like this top line doesn't really do anything. If you could remove the top line, just leave these ones in, or maybe that color and all of these, and then remove these and put 2 darker ones at the bottom, and then you're good to go. But yeah, not bad. And that is it for the human females. Let's look at the male. Now on the male side of things, you are going to notice that there are some styles that are just straight black, like these. And no matter what you change here, they will just stay straight black. Keep in mind, unfinished. You can still look at the style, and you can use this. But the colors are not applying to them correctly. When you get a little further on, you will see that the colors do in fact change on some of them. Here's the fabled Mo mullet, or mullet hawk, as it were. I want to say this guy looks kind of familiar. There is a weird uncanny valley effect on some of the faces. You'll notice that they look super photographic in some ways, like high realism. It's kind of a strange thing that the game manages to pull that off. Even with the hair as like vibrant and metallic as it is, the faces still manage to have this weird effect. Here's the tuck, the friar tuck, or this is actually specifically the half tuck. I think the friar tuck comes all the way around. And a nice ponytail. I think you'll see when we get to Dwarf and Gnome that there's like a weird, super realistic looking effect on those faces. It's kind of strange. Now, again, more options will be added as far as I understand. And you will be able to sort of customize your character's visual style much more in the future. Eye color. You can have like matching pink eyes with the hair. Skin color. You can sort of just use your imagination a little bit with the colors and stuff. You could do some interesting stuff. There are some decent combinations that could be pulled off. But that's it for human. We're going to jump on elf now, starting with female. Much the same as the humans, but their details are different. Elves are agile and can fall from great heights without being harmed. They can regenerate health and mana quickly, but take critical damage against physical attacks. Right on. Here we go. I'm going to leave it on the brown for now, and then we're just going to look at all the styles, and then I'll show you what the colors look like afterwards. And the reason I'm doing that is because it gives you a slightly more look at, like a more natural look at how things work. If you put the colors on, yeah, I mean, you can do some really nice stuff with the colors, but it ends up looking a little less natural. And you can't seem to get this brown color by actually fiddling with the colors here. Which again is something that might be possible in the future, but there you go. Now if we change the colors here, I'm pretty partial to the reds and oranges myself. I think they look great. And then the blues and the pinks also look really nice. But you have a lot of sort of control over how this works. And honestly, yeah, there's some nice things you can do. Really nice things. Let's take the pixie cut. I like that one a lot. I don't know. I can't be the only one. I think a lot of people probably like that one. Eye color. As I mentioned, on the humans, very impactful. You got a lot of different choices here. You can even go for the white right in the middle there. Let's go with the blue over there. And then the skin colors. Again, these first three don't seem to do much. And these ones are great. Like, they just look really nice. There you go. Not bad. Let's look at the males. Very similar, I would say, to the human males, but obviously you got the pointy ears. There's a distinction to be made. Let's choose something, let's say green. Let's go green in like a cyan-y color. Now on the males again, the ones that don't have colors on them, these black ones, they are sort of incomplete. They're not grabbing the color properly and letting it apply properly. But I'm sure in the future it'll be working fine. It's nice green. Looks pretty good. There we go. This one looks a little strange with the darker parts at the front here. Longer style. The friar tuck again. The half tuck. And the ponytail. Looks okay. Yeah, looks alright. Eye colors. All sorts of different colors here. The pink looks nice. Skin colors. They seem to have a slightly shinier skin. If only slightly. I don't know. I don't know if the lighting changed while I was busy now, but it looks like their skin's a little bit more shiny. And that's it. Next up we have Dwarf. Yeah, here's that uncanny valley effect that I was talking about. They look great. It looks amazing, but damn, it looks a little like realistic or something. So, dwarves are great crafters. We're going to go on the females first. Why did it switch to gnome? Dwarf, there we go. Dwarves are great crafters and better at harvesting resources than other races. They take less damage from physical and magical attacks, but have the lowest mana and magical power. Okay. They're kind of short. The circle seems to be going around their neck. Alright. Let's pick a interesting color here. There we go, like a yellow. Hairstyles. It's kind of a nice blonde. They keep looking down. Why do you keep looking down? Same styles. Same styles. And I am going through every one of them just in case because, you know, people use the timestamps quite a lot. My statistics do show. And they skip to the ones they want to see. I think that the face is pretty great here. They've nailed the dwarvish face. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a similar, if not the same face for the gnomes. But it looks good. Yeah. It's a nice face. It's a nice face. Let's take one that doesn't go in the face so we can see the eyes. There we go. Eye color. I would like to be able to zoom in even more because I think the faces look really nice. And being able to zoom in more would sort of help. I think that the eyes are either a little bit smaller here so you can't see them as nicely, but they're slightly less bright on the dwarves. Skin colors. Same set of skin colors. There you go. Okay, let's go to male. This is dwarf. No, we're on gnome again. There we go. Dwarf male. Okay. Damn, yeah. This does look good. Okay, we're going to start on the hair. On this one, at least, the beard is a decent color. It's not this black color. I'm happy to see that, to be honest. Let's take pink hair. Well, let's take proper pink hair. There we go. Pink hair on dwarves? Why not? Okay. These are the incomplete ones. This one's sort of going through his eye a little bit. Right on. Yeah. It's kind of a strange fit over his face. Yeah. His forehead is a little bit big. And he's got some bald spots up there. Whew. I don't know what this is saying about dwarfs and their hair care, but maybe they're all just in the process of losing their hair, man. I don't know. I'm not here to judge. That one looks good. Yeah. I mean, maybe they're all just balding prematurely. Or maturely. Maybe it's not premature. Yeah. Alright. Looks alright. Looks good. Eye color. They have these teeny weeny little eyes. Apparently these guys, you can't change their eye color. I don't know. But they have small eyes anyway. Little pig eyes. So no matter what you do with the eye color, you can't actually see it too great. Skin colors. No, that's not working. It's fine. All right. I don't know if I am like bugging it out here or something, or if we move on now, it's gonna work. But you can sort of see what the colors here are, and if you want to jump back to the female version, you can see the colors changing over there. Next up, gnome. Okay, these guys look different. Gnomes have the most potent magic of any race, but also the lowest health and are the slowest of all races. I guess that's because they're teeny weeny, right? I guess so. This guy sort of looks a bit like John Krasinski. Just look at his eyes. Yeah. Oh my god, a really small John Krasinski. I see now. Okay. Alright. Hairstyles. Let's pick a color here. We'll go with green and blue. Yeah, it really does look like John Krasinski. Actually not sure why the gnomes have big beards as well. I think the gnomes and the dwarves have their wires crossed a little bit here. And the gnomes also have some bald spots at the back. It's fine, it's fine. I get it. That's alright. I'm sorry, gnomes. I'm so sorry. It's interesting to me that they have a different style of bald head, because the humans, when they had the bald head, they still had stubble on the head, you know? They had short hair there. This looks good. This looks fine. Okay, let's see if the eye and the skin colors change here. They are changing, yes. I can see them changing, but so little. Like, they're all very dark. Skin colors. Yeah, these are working. Okay, cool. So it does work here. Yeah, I mean, that's style. That's something that you got there. That's quite something. Alright. Next up, a very interesting one. Fairy. Yeah, look at those wings, dude. Look at that. Zoom out. It's an actual fairy. Even shorter, even smaller than the gnomes, as you can see. And, yeah, man, those wings are wow. They're bright. They are eye-catching. And they work. They actually work. Fairies have the second most potent magic and the second largest mana pool of any race. They cannot fly in the rain and take damage if they try to swim. Fairies also take critical damage from any physical-based attack. But they can fly. That's the important thing to note here. So it's a fairy, let's go pink. I'm sorry. I have to do it, because it looks great. There you go. Hairstyles. I'll do like a brighter color here, so you can see where the highlights are. There should probably be a disclaimer on the game for like strobing lights and stuff like that. Just because the fairies, well, yeah. Those wings just don't stop, huh? They keep on flapping. So I can safely say that the hairstyles have all been the same. And all the females have the same hair at the moment. But hey, I mean, the fairies definitely look different. That's a fact. Eye color, let's see if it does anything. Yeah, eye color is quite nice here. It's impactful if you would look at the camera. Eye color is definitely changing the eyes. Let's take pink as well. All pink, everything. And then skin color. It would be cool if at some point in the future you could customize the wings. If only to be able to change the color, the base color of the wings. That would be cool. I'd enjoy that. I'd really like that. I think it would look great. But yeah, there you go. Let's check the male fairies out. Yeah, look at that. They've also got the wings. They're also tiny. That's fantastic. Okay, so hair colors. Let's do, for this guy, let's go with like a yellow again. And a red here. Sharper features on the fairy males. Sharper than maybe the other males. I mean, like, we just looked at, like, you know, gnome and dwarf before this, so obviously it's going to look different, but it definitely looks different in a good way. Alright. It's a nice color for the hair. There's the Friar Tuck again, and you can see here that he actually has the shaved look on top. It's not completely bald. So it's, again, slightly different than the dwarf and the gnome. Hair colors, if anyone was interested, there are lots and lots and lots of different variations you could go for. I do still think that it needs a bit of work, specifically the color selection. But yeah, you can come up with some nice colors here. And that is it. We're going to move on to Angel now. Start with female. Okay, so Angel female, you'll see the wings when I zoom out. Angels have the fastest health regen of any race. They take damage from swimming and critical damage from physical attacks while flying. Their wings, slightly ethereal looking. I like it. They got this transparent effect to them. Obviously the demons have a different set. And they're quite tall. As you can tell, like, where the circle is on their body, it's around their waist, whereas it was around the fairy's head. So they're quite tall. Hair, Let's go. Let's do like white hair for these ones. White with a splash of light blue. I like the style of the wings. I think they did a great job with that. I keep saying they. I do mean he. The guy's name's Lucas. He's making this game all by himself. But, you know, old habits die hard. I like this. Thinking that it takes a whole team to make a game like this. Yeah, that's not something I'm just going to get over, man. I'm sorry, Lucas. I'm sorry. That's not something I can just get over. I just can't picture one person making all of this by themselves. Yet here I am, and I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of this. I like this color. This metallic sort of style that I found here. And you can change the sheen of the metal. You know, you can go for a warmer metal. You can go for a cooler metal. Kind of nice. There you go. Okay, skin colors. First the eyes. These are nice, big, vibrant, juicy eyes with colors that actually show. Put these on the metal side of things as well. And there. Skin colors. There it is, dude. There it is. Even on the angels, you can go for the darker colors. They look great. I really like the wings. Male. This looks much like the human face. No, it's like a bigger version of the elf face, where it's got smaller ears than the elves, slightly sharper features, slightly like broader features as well. Different face, but like, yeah, it's nice. It's good looking. Let's go for, I don't know, man. This green up here. Let's do this green. I think I've done this a few times already, but you can't even see. He's so tall, you can't even see the hairstyles properly. There you go. Looks alright. I'm not a big fan of middle paths, but maybe that's just me. It's like a personal bias that I have, but it looks good on some guys. And some angels. See, the Friar Tuck style just doesn't make sense on the angels. You'd think that they'd have a luscious head of hair. Always. Anyway, here we go. Let's jump into the eye color. Biggest eyes so far, probably these angels. Most impactful choices here, yeah. Take red. Skin color. He always starts kicking around in the dirt while I'm trying to change his damn skin color. Can make them all look a little orcish with that green color. This one's probably the best for like a demon. You know, it's like a tiefling color, basically. And that's it. Let's jump onto demon. Let us do demon. You'll see that the wings look a little different on the demon. Check, the colors change. We gotta go for female first. But the colors on the wings change a little bit. They go darker. More demonic, I guess you could say. And we're going to start on the females, as always. Race details. Demons have strong magic and the highest mana regen of any race. They also have the largest mana pool of other races, but lose 99.9% of their health if that mana runs out. They take damage from swimming and critical damage from physical attacks while flying. So don't get hit while you're flying. And, as you can see over here, they are sporting some horns. Probably the most interesting race just because of that. Along with the fairy, of course, because the fairy is just like great as well. So, there you go. You don't get to change the horns, but I'm pretty sure if I take like the white style here with some red in, this will look, or maybe some yellow, this will look fantastic. Unfortunately, it's a little difficult getting like the right view here, you know? There you go. Big hair. A little misplaced, I think. There's sort of something weird going on. Is that's the band, right? Yeah, that's the hairband. Sorry, it's just me looking at this thinking there's a hole in this person's hair. It's not actually a hole in the hair, it's just a black band. And in the future, I'm almost certain you're going to be able to customize all of this. You'll be able to make the band a certain color. You'll be able to choose darker colors here on the hair as well. I'm almost certain that stuff will just come with future builds of the game. Cool. Okay. I also would obviously love to see like different skin tones for the different races. You know, the eye colors here, much the same as on the humans and the angels. Big eyes. Decent coverage on it. They look really nice. Let's put red on because it's a demon. But I'd like to see different skin tones, like, you know, for demons specifically, for fairies specifically. Maybe they'd have some more color in their skin. You could have like pinkish skin, bluish skin, something like that. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, like, this looks great. This is an awesome looking character right here. Yeah, I like it. Huh. Cool. Let's check the males out. Zoom out. Big wings. The hair. Let's go for yellow and red. It's the big mohawk. Sort of untidy style. It's the mullet hawk. The middle path. Yeah, covering the forehead. Another middle part. This one looks a little weird every time I look at it. Nice long, sort of like elvish hair, I want to say. The friar tuck again. And the ponytail. Yeah. You can do pretty interesting stuff. I personally like the reds a lot. I like the pinks a lot, the blues. There's like a lot of cool stuff you can do with this. Eye colors. There it is. Go back to red. And then skin colors, our final options. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'd go for this warmer one. I feel like that gives you a sort of a good look right there. And then we are done. You get to name your vessel and you get to jump in. You can make multiple characters, so you can make one and then you can sort of, you know, save that and make another one and use that instead if you'd like to. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It looks okay. And again, we've been told multiple times that we are early days right here. We are still, as of recording this, as I mentioned at the start, beta version 0.38. But I'm pretty hopeful for the future of this game, even though the development might be a little slow because it's just one guy doing it. You know that things are definitely moving forward, and the game itself, well, it's playable now. You can go jump in and be part of the development. You can give your feedback and stuff like that. I'm sure it's always something that's helpful, especially when it's a solo dev. And with that said, if you have any feedback for the character creation system, please leave that below. I'd love to hear what you guys think. What would you like to specifically see added next? What's the most important thing you'd like to see added? I think that what they have here right now is pretty great, and this just needs to be polished up and sort of, let's just say, it should be made to be 100% working, and then they can add stuff to it after that, and that would be a good like starting point, a good foundation, I want to say. Then the choice needs to be made whether it's going to be template based or slider based. Both can work and both can be fun, but yeah, it's a distinction that needs to be made. I like the system so far, I like what I've seen. Can't be too critical over the fact that lots of stuff isn't working, because I personally chose to jump in at a very early stage in development. It's on me. But I liked having a quick look at this. And again, the gameplay of this game seems really interesting. Fully destructible environments, this massive like sort of floating world to explore with all these like rocks floating around that you can jump onto the different islands and stuff like that. The airships and the airship combat. It's like there is really just a lot of fantastic stuff that's sort of potentially playable in this game. So yeah, if you want to read more about it, check the links below. Check back here soon for more character creation videos, and at some point in the future probably some gameplay of this as well. I'll probably jump in and have a look. Yeah, so give it a like, share it, and do all that other good stuff. Say thanks to Lucas for working hard on this, and there you go, I'm done. Happy that.